So, good day everyone. Yung pag-uusapan po natin today is yung continuation ng ating resultant of a force system. So, pag-usapan po muna natin yung moment of a force. So, ano ba si moment of a force? So, a force can have two effects on a rigid body. Una po is yung translation. So, yung translation, ito yung pag-move or paggalaw linearly ng object natin along its line of action. Then, si rotation naman is yung tendency po na mag-rotate or umikot yung object natin doon sa kanyang axis. Then, si moment of a force po is yung tendency. Moment of a force is the measure of a force of its tendency to rotate the body about an axis. Then, yung moment of a force natin, or commonly, tawag natin dito ay moment, is also called torque. So, application po nito sa inyo as mechanic is yung ginagamit natin na torque wrench, pagdating doon sa pagkabit ng mga bolts and nuts natin. So, ano naman yung mathematical definition ni moment? So, sabi po dito, the moment MO of a force about a point O is equal to the magnitude of the force multiplied by the perpendicular distance D from O to the line of action. And yung magnitude po ng moment natin, is equals to dF, where yung D natin is yung moment arm natin, or yung perpendicular distance natin, nung force natin as compared doon sa axis or a line of action nung force natin, where yung point O natin is yung moment center. For the units naman po ng torque natin, since ito ay force times distance, so alam natin na ang SI unit ng force natin is in Newton. And then yung unit of distance naman natin for SI system is meters. So, ang unit po natin if SI system is Newton meter, or pwede rin siya maging kilonewton meter. For English unit naman, ang unit of force natin is foot, and ang unit of force natin is pounds, and yung unit of distance natin is foot. So, ang gamit po natin for English unit is foot pounds or inch pounds. Depende na lang po yun dun sa acceptable natin na unit of distance. So, ano po ang direction ni moment? So, since moment is a vector quantity, just like a force vector, so the direction of the moment vector is determined by the right-hand rule. Para po mas madali natin maintindihan, mag-set na lang po tayo ng sign convention. So, ano po yung sign convention na gagamitin natin? For positive moment, ang gagawin po natin dito, ang positive moment natin is kapag ang rotation po, or ang tendency nung force natin is to rotate the object on clockwise direction. So, titignan lang po natin, yung pag-move nung force natin. Kapag yung force natin, pinapaikot niya yung object natin on a clockwise direction, or ganito po, yung magiging rotation natin, ayun po ay i-consider natin na positive moment. On the other hand naman po, kapag yung moment naman natin, yung tendency niya, is to rotate our object counterclockwise, yun naman po, is yung negative moment natin. And in case na marami po tayong moments, nandun sa ating object or given problem, pwede po nating i-add lang algebraically yung mga moment natin. Parang yung sa resultant force natin. Diba kapag marami pong force, ang kukunin lang natin dito is yung summation of forces natin. So, pagdating kay moment, ang mangyayari lang po is the summation of moment. So, meron po tayong dalawang method, to solve to calculate the moment of a force about a point. Ano po yon? We have the transmissibility method. So, ang sinasabi ng transmissibility method natin, is the location of the point at which the force is acting does not affect its moment about the given point as long as the point is selected on the line of action of the force. Ang ibig sabihin lang po nito, kahit saan mo ilagay yung force natin doon sa, basta along our line of action, hindi siya makaka-apekto no, doon sa magiging moment natin. So, ang formula po natin, no, if using transmissibility method, is MO, or yung moment about our center O, is equals to force times distance. Then, yung next po natin, no, is yung rectangular component method. So, sabi po natin kanina, no, kapag marami tayong moment doon sa given natin, so, ang pagkuha po ng moment natin, no, is yung summation ng individual moments natin. So, correction lang po, no, ito po is baligtad po ito. Magiging orientation po natin, di ba, sabi ko po kanina, is clockwise positive tayo. So, given po tayo dito, no, ito yung moment natin, yung figure natin dito. So, kung magro-rotate daw tayo at point O, ano yung magiging moment natin? So, ang rotation po natin is clockwise positive. So, kapag nag-rotate po dito tayo clockwise, ano nangyayari? Sumasalubong po yung arrow or yung rotation natin doon sa given na force. Thus, ito po ay masasabi natin na negative yung force natin dito, no? Then, ano po yung distance natin dito? Yung distance natin dito is yung ating perpendicular distance. So, ano po yung perpendicular distance natin? So, yun po, no, yung distance na nagfo-form ng 90 degrees or yun yung kumo-connect na mula sa ating center papunta po doon sa force natin. Wherein dapat po, no, is nagfo-form yan ng 90 degrees. So, kung makikita nyo po dito, we have our D1. Next, for force 2, magro-rotate po tayo clockwise. So, ang nangyayari, sumasabay yung direction ng force natin doon sa rotation. So, kung same yung direction, ibig sabihin po, no, is positive yung moment natin doon. Kaya pagdating dito is naka-positive siya. Then, yung last po natin, no, is yung force 3. Again, ang rotation natin is from point O. So, ano nangyari? Sumalubong siya doon kay F3. So, since nagsalubong sila, kaya po ito ay naging negative. And then, para makuha yung total resultant moment natin, no, i-add lang po natin yung mga individual moments natin. So, next is our principle of moments, no? Meron po tayong ginagamit na sikat na theorem. Ito po yung tinatawag natin na Varignon's theorem. So, a concept frequently used in mechanics, the principle of moments, which is occasionally referred to as Varignon's theorem. Since it was formerly developed by the French mathematician Pierre Varignon, so sinasabi lang po ng Varignon's theorem na the moment of a force about any axis is equals to the sum of the moments produced by its component of the force about the same point. So, for example po, no, meron tayo ditong given na meron po tayo given figure dito from point O, we have distance R, and then meron po tayong force F. So, yung force F po natin, no, is nahati yan into our two components. So, yung force F po natin, no, is equal to F1 plus F2. So, pag nag-moment po tayo dyan, we have MO is equals to R times F is equal to RF1 plus F2. Then, it is equals to, yung moment natin is RF1 plus RF2. So, mamaya po, no, para mas madaling maintindihan, i-apply natin siya sa sample problem. So, apply po natin sa sample problem. Magsimula po muna tayo sa mga basic example. So, dito, given po tayo ng rod na attach kay point O. Then, ang tendency daw po, no, is meron tayo ditong rotation na na clockwise direction. So, pinapahanap po dito yung moment natin about point O. So, again, ano po yung formula ng moment natin? So, moment is equal to force times distance. Ano po yung given na force sa atin? So, yung given ng force sa atin, no, is 100 newtons. So, moment is equal to 100 newtons times our perpendicular distance. So, ano po yung perpendicular distance natin dito? So, di ba kung ito yung force natin? Kung ito po yung force natin, then yung perpendicular natin distance, no, is yung distance from point O papunta po doon sa force natin. Which is given siya dito sa problem na 2 meters in length. So, M is equal to 100 times 2. We have 200 Newton meters. Then, ano po yung tendency ng object natin? So, ang tendency ng object natin, no, is to rotate our object clockwise direction. So, indicate lang po natin na clockwise. Proceed po tayo sa next example natin. So, given po tayo ng L-shape na rod, wherein yung length nung ano natin, no, is 2 meters. And then, meron po tayong height dito na, or depth na 0.75 meters. And then, given po tayo ng force with a magnitude of 50 newtons. Ang direction ng force natin is going to left. So, again, moment po natin, no, is equal to force times distance. So, moment about O natin is equal to 50 newtons. Then, ano naman po yung perpendicular distance natin? Kapag po ba ang ginamit ko dito is yung 2 meters, perpendicular ba siya doon sa force natin? Pag sinabi po natin, di bang perpendicular, ano po nangyayari dapat? Dapat, no, is nagpo-form sila ng right angle. Wherein po dito, no, sa problem natin, kung ang force natin, ang direction natin is papunta po dito, so same direction siya. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng gamitin as perpendicular distance. So, ano po yung perpendicular distance natin dito? Ito po iyon, yung 0.75 meters natin. So, times 0.75 meters. Then, using our calculator, we have 37.5 Newton meter at clockwise direction. Kasi paano po tendency ng force natin? Again, no, pag nag-rotate tayo, ano po nangyayari? Sumasabay lang po, no, yung force natin doon sa pag-rotate natin. Kaya po ito ay clockwise direction. Pagdating po sa mga assessment or activity natin, guys, tatanggapin na po natin, no, na pwede natin sabihin ang pag-denote natin for clockwise kung ayaw po natin isulat as C, or kung counterclockwise naman is we can use CCW. Understandable na po yun na clockwise and counterclockwise rotation. Proceed po tayo sa ating next example. Dito, given naman po tayo ng beam na nandito sa ating figure. Pinapahanap po yung moment about point O. So, ano po yun? So, again, no, moment po natin is equals to force times distance. Ano naman po yung force natin? Yung force po natin is 40 pounds. So, MO is equals to 4. Then, ano po yung perpendicular distance natin? Again, ang perpendicular distance po natin is alin dito? So, dapat kapag pinag-connect ko sila, nagpo-form sila ng 90 degrees. So, ang perpendicular distance po natin, no, is ito, from our point O hanggang dito sa end, or kung saan nag-a-act yung force natin na 40 pounds. So, paano po natin makukuha yon? Meron po tayo dito ang triangle na 2 feet yung ating hypotenuse, and then meron po tayong given na angle na 30 degrees. Kung ganito po yung itsura nung triangle na na-form natin, and then ito ay 30 degrees, hindi naman po pwedeng ito yung gamitin natin, no, yung opposite side natin. Bakit? Kasi po, hindi naman siya yung perpendicular distance natin. Kasi bakit hindi siya perpendicular distance? Dahil same siya nung direction, or same lang siya doon sa path nung force natin. So, ang perpendicular distance natin is yung nandito po. Which is anong side ito? Ito yung ating adjacent side. Using SOHCAHTOA, we have cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So, alam natin yung theta, solving for the adjacent side. So, hypotenuse cosine theta is equal to adjacent. So, yung adjacent side po natin no, is 2 feet cosine 30. So, si 2 feet cosine 30 lang ba yung gagamitin natin? Hindi po. Bakit? Kulang kasi siya. Yung 2 feet cosine 30 natin is ito lang siya. Yung length lang po natin from this support papunta dito sa point kung saan tayo may 40 degrees. So, dapat isama rin po natin yung distance natin no, from point O to this point, which is yung 4 feet natin. So, we have, so 40 pounds is 4 feet plus 2 feet cosine 30. Then, using our calculator, makukuha po natin yung MO natin is 229.2820.323 pound-foot. Then, ano po yung tendency ng ano natin, object natin? Again, at point O, i-rotate natin siya. Ang rotation po natin is clockwise rotation. So again, we can use po no, yung C for our pang-denote natin ng clockwise rotation. Next po, no, punta na tayo dito sa problem natin na to. Next problem natin. Determine the moment of the force at point O of the figure shown below. So ito po no yung given natin. So una po dito no, hanapin natin yung perpendicular distance natin. Wherein po daw yung perpendicular distance natin dito is ibinigay na siya dito sa problem natin. Which is, ito po. So, paano natin makukuha yan yung perpendicular distance natin na yan? So, to solve our perpendicular distance, given po tayo dito nung angle natin na 75 degrees. So, kung dito 75 degrees po no, meron tayo, anong side po ito? Ito yung ating opposite side. And then, given tayo ng hypotenuse natin na 3 meters. Then, ayan po ay right triangle. Kasi pinakita dito, no, na perpendicular siya. So, alam natin na if right triangle yan, and then hinahanap natin yung opposite side, pwede natin gamitin si sine function. So, to solve for our distance, so, alam natin, so, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So, yung hypotenuse sine theta is equal to opposite side. So, opposite side is equal to hypotenuse natin na 3 meters, then sine 75. So, yun po yung ating perpendicular side. So, rewrite lang natin. So, D is equal to 3 sine 75. So, using our calculator, makukuha po natin si 2.89774779 meters. Paki-stored po no, yung value na to para yun yung eksakto na magamit natin for the next process ng ating computation. Then, ano po yung given na force sa atin? So, ang given na force sa atin is 5 kN. Using transmissibility method, di ba sinabi po natin na ang moment natin is equal to force times distance. So, ano po yung distance na gagamitin natin dito? Again, perpendicular distance. So, MO natin is equal to 5 kN times sinasolve po natin na perpendicular distance na 2.8978 meters. Take note po no dito, pinakita ko lang siya na 0.78 pero gagamitin ko sa ating calculation is yung ating complete stored value which is ito po yun, no? So solving for MO, ang MO po natin is 14.4888739 kilonewton meters. Then, ano po yung rotation natin? So, ang tendency ng force natin is to rotate our object on a clockwise direction. Next po, no, using the same problem, pwede naman natin siyang isolve, no, using our Varignon's theorem, kung saan yung sum daw po, no, nung moments, nung components natin is siya yung moment nung entire figure natin. So, i-compare po natin mamaya, no, kung mag-a-arrive tayo at the same answer. So, ano po muna yung gagawin natin dito? Una is, kunin natin yung perpendicular distance natin, no, for our x component. Ano po yung perpendicular distance natin for our x component? Kung given po tayo dito ng 30 degrees, kung given po tayo dito ng 30 degrees, alam natin, no, sa principles ng geometry natin, yung opposite angle natin ay 30 din. So, dito, yung angle po natin dito is 30 degrees din. Then next, no, ito po alam natin na ito ay 90 degrees. So kung kukunin po natin ito, no, anong side dito? Ito po yung ating adjacent side. Then ito naman po yung ating opposite side. So kunin muna natin si dx. So to solve for dx, so dx is equals to 3 cosine 30. So, si 3 cosine 30 is 2.598 meters. Pero take note po, no, hindi iyan yung exact value niyan. So, ang ginawa ko lang dyan is, i-store ko ulit yung exact value na nakuha natin. Ito po is 2.59 and then marami pong trailing decimal place yan. Pero para po dito lang sa sake ng discussion natin, no, ni-round off siya. Pero take note, for our calculation, hindi po si 2.598 meters yung ginamit natin. Next, for our distance at y, so dy is kung ang dx natin is cosine, so automatically sine function po, no, si dy. So 3 sine 30, we have 1.5 meters. Paano po natin kukunin, no, si x component nung force natin? So kung ang x component po ng force natin, no, is nakukuha natin using our cosine function. So, bakit po cosine? As a review, no, doon last discussion natin. Kasi po, anong side po dito si x component? Kung ito yung force F natin, ang x component po natin dito ay ito. So, kung ang theta natin dito is 14, anong side po ito? Yung F1x natin. Ito po ay adjacent side. And then, si Fy natin is, anong side po? Ito yung Fy natin. Si Fy is our opposite side. So, kung adjacent and hypotenuse yung alam natin, meron po tayong gagamitin na cosine function natin. So, since cosine theta is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. So, Fx is equal to 5 cosine 45. Ito ay equal to 3.536 kilonewton. Again, ito po, no, is rounded off lang dito sa ating solution. Pero yung exact po na lalabas sa atin dyan is, so 5 cosine 45. Ito po is 3.535533906. So, ang ginawa ko lang po dito is, in-store value ko siya para magamit ko siya na yung accurate value natin for our summation nung individual moments nung component po natin. Then Fy is equal to 5 sine 45. Ito rin po ay equal to 3.536 kilonewton. So ngayon nakuha ko na po yung individual forces, no, or yung component nung forces natin, or sa para kuhanin natin yung moment. So, alam natin, no, sabi po kanina, yung sum ng individual moment ng bawat component natin is equal to the moment of our entire force natin. So, we have, so yung moment O natin is equal to Fx dy. So, bakit po si dy yung ginamit natin kay Fx? Kasi po, no, si dy yung ating perpendicular distance. Plus Fy dx. Then, ano po gagawin natin? Gamit po yung in-store na function natin kanina, substitute lang po natin yan. So, yung Fx natin is 3.536 kN. 3.536. Multiply natin sa ating perpendicular distance na 1.5 meters. Plus 3.536 kN. Multiply po natin sa ating moment arm na 2.598 meters. So, bakit po positive yung ginawa natin? Di ba ito po yung direction ng ano natin, force natin? Again, rotate tayo clockwise. Ang moment po natin is clockwise positive. At about point O, nag-rotate tayo. Ano po nangyari? Same direction siya nung force X natin. Kay force Y naman, same direction din po siya. Kaya nag-add lang po tayo dyan. Then, using our calculator, we can have, ito po ay solving for our resultant moment. Lalabas po dyan is 14.4888739 kN/meter. Then again po, no, yung tendency ng force natin is to rotate our object clockwise. Paano po nasabing clockwise? Kasi po positive yung lumabas na value sa atin for our moment. Ang assumption po natin is clockwise positive palagi. Mangyayari lang po dyan, no, kapag negative yung nakuha yung moment, ang ibig sabihin lang nun is mali yung assumption natin na clockwise positive. So, proceed po tayo, no, dito sa next, which is yung resultant of parallel forces. So, we have for the resultant of parallel forces. So, sabi po dito, no, parallel forces can be in the same or in opposite direction. The sign of the direction can be chosen arbitrarily, meaning taking one direction as positive makes the opposite direction negative. The complete definition of the resultant is according to its magnitude, direction, and line of action. So, dito naman po, no, madali lang naman yung sign convention natin dito. Ano po yun? Kapag going up, yung force natin, positive. Kapag going down, negative. Kapag, ang ano naman po natin, no, going left is negative, going right is positive. For the resultant po, no, nung force natin, para makuha yung resultant, ano pong gagawin natin? Kunin lang po natin, no, yung summation nung individual forces natin. Paano naman po, no, yung resultant moment natin? So, yung resultant moment naman po natin, no, is equal to the sum of the resultant or the sum of the resultant natin times the distance. Or pwede po natin siyang i-express, no? Sabi nga po natin kanina, yung sum ng individual moments natin is siya rin po iyon. So, dito po sa given natin, no, we have yung F1 natin since pababa, kaya po iyan ay negative. F2 natin pababa din, kaya po yan negative. And then, yung F3 natin is going up, kaya po yan ay positive. And then, yung F4 natin is going down, kaya po yan negative. And then, kapag kinuha natin yung resultant moment, so F1x natin, no, is for multiply our distance plus F2. So, ito po, no, dapat, kung since sumasabay po sila, no, doon sa ating rotation, kapag halimbawa, nag-moment tayo dito, so, clockwise positive po yung ano natin, so, kaya positive F1, kay F2, same direction, F3 natin, opposite directions, kaya po yan negative. Then, for our resultant naman na distributed loads natin, no, meron po tayong tinatawag na distributed loads. Ano po yun? So, the resultant of the distributed load is equal to the area of the load diagram. It is acting at the centroid of that area as indicated. The figure below shows the three most common distributed loads, namely the rectangular load, o yung uniformly, rectangular load natin is also, tinatawag din po siyang uniformly distributed load. Si triangular load naman is uniformly varying load. And si trapezoidal load naman is combination lang po siya ng ating rectangular and triangular load. So, ang area, ano po ba ang area ng rectangle natin? Ang area ng rectangle natin ay length times width. So, therefore, kung ang length natin dito ay L, and then yung magnitude po ng force natin dito is WO, so, yung R natin or yung resultant nila is equals to WO over multiplied by L. Then, ano po ang area ng triangle natin? Pero before yon, saan nag-act yung force natin? Sabi sa centroid. So, ang centroid po no, ng triangle ng uniformly distributed load natin or rectangular load is nasa gitna po ng length natin. Kung meron po tayong length L dito, ang centroid niyan is located siya at L over 2. Then, pagdating po kay triangular load, ang formula naman ng area ng triangle natin ay ano? 1/2 base times height. So, area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So, ano po yung base natin dito? So, magiging formula natin is 1/2. Yung base natin is ito po, no? So, length L multiplied by height na WO. So, kaya po naging resultant natin dyan is R is equals to 1/2 WO times L. Then, si trapezoid load naman po, no, is, ano pong ginagawa natin dyan? Ang ginagawa lang po natin dyan is, kunin lang natin separately yung area ng rectangular portion natin, multiply natin doon sa area ng triangular portion natin. So, balikan lang po natin si triangular load o uniformly varying load. So, ang centroid po ng triangle kasi natin is nag-o-act siya at 2/3 ng length natin kapag nag-base po tayo dito sa acute angle natin or yung smaller side natin. Kapag nag-base naman po tayo dito no sa 90 degree natin no, dito sa highest magnitude ng force natin, 1/3 L naman po siya. L over 3. Kaya makikita nyo po dito, no, yung centroid natin, itong resultant natin, nag-act siya at length of 2L over 3. So, si trapezoidal load po is combination lang siya ng rectangular and triangular load. Kaya po naging ganito yung formula natin. So, bakit po tayo nag-minus ng W2 minus W1 for our area of triangle? Bakit po ganun? Kasi di ba ito, yung WO natin, siya po yung magnitude natin from this point hanggang dito po sa lowest point natin. Wherein si WO1 po, no, is ito po siya. Kapag tayo ay nag-drawing ng horizontal line or perpendicular line, no, mula dito kay WO1, pag diniretso po natin siya, no, ito yung WO2 natin. So, para makuha yung gagamitin lang natin na side ng triangle natin, kung ito ay WO2, yung buo natin ditong magnitude, kailangan nating i-minus itong force natin dito. Kasi dito po si WO1. Then, yung kung saan po nag-a-act yung resultant natin, no, tinitreat din natin siya separately. Kaya makikita nyo po, we have F1 and F2 dito. So, apply po natin, mag-apply tayo sa example. So, parallel force system acts on the lever shown in the figure. Determine the magnitude and position of the resultant. So, given po tayo dito ng 30 pounds, 60 pounds, 20 pounds, and 40 pounds of force with 2 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet, and 4 feet distance po, no, separated distance. Again, kung ito po ay point A, alam natin na yung moment at A natin is equal to resultant of the forces natin times our distance. So, i-add po natin no, yung mga force natin. Ano po mangyayari dyan? Paano natin kukunin si resultant? So, R is equal to, so going down yung 30, we have negative 30. Then, yung 60 pounds natin, no, going down, minus 60. Then, ano po yun, no, minus 20. Since going up yung 20 natin, plus 20. Then, yung 40 pounds po natin is going down, so, minus 40. So, ilan po yung resultant natin? Our resultant is equal to 110 pounds downwards. So, yun po yung R natin. Ngayon, paano natin kukunin kung saan po nag-a-act yung force natin? Para po makuha no, kung saan nag-a-act, kailangan po natin moment individually. So, alam po natin, no, moment about A is equals to the summation of forces natin multiplied natin sa perpendicular distance natin. So, we have, again po, no, clockwise positive po tayo at point A. So, MA is equal to, so, at 30 degrees, ano po yan? I mean, at 30 pounds, so same direction, so positive. So, we have 30 times 2 feet. Then, next is yung 60 natin. So, again, clockwise, same direction, so positive. So, plus 60. Then, ano po yung gagamitin nating moment arm? 3 feet lang ba? Hindi po. Kasi si 3 feet, siya yung distance, no? From our first force to our second force. Again, ang perpendicular distance natin is yung distance natin mula doon sa point of interest natin, which is itong point A. So, kailangan po natin i-add no, yung initial distance natin dito na 2. So, 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. Then, again, no, dito po yung sa 20 natin. Clockwise positive. Same direction or opposite direction po tumama. So, negative yan. Then, moment arm natin. So, 2 plus 3 plus 2 equals to 7. Then, plus. Rotation tayo dito clockwise positive 40 pounds. So, plus 40 multiplied by moment arm na ilan? 2 plus 3 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11 feet. Then, kuha nila po natin yung summation. So, MA is equal to, using our calculator, 660 pounds foot. Then, tama po yung naging assumption natin. Positive yung lumabas na value. So, we can say na clockwise ito. Then, ano po yung pinapahanap sa atin? Pinapahanap kasi sa atin no, yung magnitude ng resultant natin. Again, yung magnitude ng resultant natin dyan is ito po yung force natin. Ito yon 110 pounds downward. Paano naman po natin kukunin si displace, yung position niya mula doon sa point A natin? Again, alam po natin na yung MA natin is equal to RD. So, we have MA is equals to RD. Nakuha na ba natin si moment? Yes, nakuha natin siya. Ito po, di ba? 660 pounds foot is equal to, ano po yung resultant natin? 110 pounds divided by our distance. So, isolate lang po natin si distance na doon sa isang side. So, we have 660 pound-foot times the distance is equals to 110 pounds. So, divide both sides by pound-foot. So, ano po yung resultant po natin, no? Correction lang po. So, 110 dito. Nagkaroon tayo ng error sa calculation. So, 110 pounds times the distance. So, para po makuha natin, no, si D, kailangan natin i-divide both sides by 110 pounds. So, cancel po si pound, 110 pounds. Cancel po siya dito. And then, cancel si pounds. Ang matitira sa atin is 660 divided by 110. So, D is equal to 6.6. And then, anong natirang unit sa atin using our dimensional analysis? So, feet. So, ang ibig sabihin lang po natin, no, yung distance natin or yung position nung resultant natin, no, is at 6.6 feet to the right nung point of interest natin na A. So, to the right of A. So, ang final answer po natin dito, no, yung position is ito po. And then, yung magnitude natin is 110 pounds downwards. Next, punta po tayo sa next example natin. Dito, given po tayo ng trapezoid load natin. So, sabi dito, the beam AB in the figure supports a load which varies at intensity of 220 Newton per meter to 890 Newton per meter. Calculate the magnitude and position of the resultant load. So, again po, di ba sabi natin kanina, hinahati lang natin si trapezoid load doon sa dalawang components natin, which is our rectangular load and triangular load. Designate po natin as F1, no, si rectangular load, and then F2 si triangular load. So, given po tayo dito, so yung F1 po natin is ano? F1 is equals to yung magnitude po ng force natin, multiply natin by our length. So, ilan po yung sa rectangle natin dito? Ang given natin is 220 Newton per meter. So, 220 Newton per meter. And then, ano po yung length natin? Length natin is 6 meters. So, cancel si meters. So, para makuha si F1, F1 natin is ilan? F1 is equal to 1,320 newtons. Saan po siya nakalocate? Sabi dito, no, nag-a-act siya at our centroid. So, ilan ang centroid natin? 6 divided by 2. So, at 3 meters from point A. Next, for our triangular load naman, alam natin na F2 natin is equals to 1/2 base times height. So, 1/2 times ilan po? So, 1/2 times our length na 6 meter or yung base natin. Then, to multiply to our height, paano natin kukunin yung height natin? 890 minus 220. So, 890 Newton meter minus 220 Newton per meter. So, F2 is equal to 1/2 times 6 meter times 670 Newton per meter. Cancel si meter. Solving for F2. F2 is equal to 2,010 Newtons. Then, saan po siya nag-a-act? So, sabi natin, di ba, 1/3 siya o 2/3 siya, no, pag nagsimula tayo kay point A. So, with respect kay point A, so 2/3 times 6, so 2,010 newtons at 4 meters from point A. Then, paano natin makukuha yung total resultant natin? So, yung resultant natin po dyan is equal to the sum of our vertical forces or yung F1 and F2 natin. So, equal to F1 plus F2. Take note, F1 and F2 natin, ang direction po natin is downwards, pababa siya. So, ito po dapat ay negative pareho. So, resultant is equal to negative 1,320 minus 2,010 Newton. Resultant is equal to negative 3,330 Newtons. Then, nakuha pa lang natin yung magnitude natin. Paano naman natin kukunin si direction? Kung nasaan po yung moment natin. Again, meron po tayong formula na RD is equal to MA or yung RD po natin is equal to our moment about point A. So, ano po yun natin? So, translate lang natin. No? So, RD, again, ang unknown po natin dyan is si D. So, kunin natin yung individual moments natin. Assuming po tayo na clockwise positive tayo. So, kapag nag-rotate po tayo dito, muna kay F1 muna tayo. Nag-rotate tayo. So, same direction with our force. So, positive, negative. Ito po ay positive. So, multiply natin no F1 times our moment arm na or perpendicular distance natin na 3 meters. Then, next, yung F2 naman natin, again, clockwise positive. Same direction po ng rotation. So, positive din. Plus, F2 times ilan po yung moment arm natin? Perpendicular distance. 4 meters. Kasi di ba doon po nag-a-act yung force natin, no? Doon sa centroid nung triangle natin. Then, substitute po natin yung mga nakuha nating value kanina. So, kung ito po, no, is so negative 3,330 newtons times D is equal to so 3 times negative 1,320 plus or minus kasi it's negative po yung ano natin minus 4 or plus 4 times negative 2,010. Then compute lang po muna natin siya, no? Negative 3,330 Newton times the perpendicular distance is equals to negative 3,960 Newton meter plus, minus 8,040 Newton meters. Then, simplify, negative 3,330 Newton times the distance is equal to negative 12,000 Newton meter. Ang hinahanap po natin dito is si D. So, to solve for D, divide both sides by 3,330 Newtons. So, divided by 3,330 Newtons, cancel po si Newton. Then, cancel dito si negative. Negative 3,330 Newton. Then, since negative divided by negative, alam po natin yan ay positive. So, D is equal to, using our calculator, we can solve for D. So, 12,000 divided by 3,330. Ang makukuha po nating sagot is 3.6036 03604. Then, ano po yung natirang unit sa atin? Meters. So, ang final answer po natin for this problem is negative 3,330 Newton yung magnitude. And yung direction naman po natin or yung location niya is 3.6 meters from point A. So, next, yung last part po no, nung topic natin is couples. So, ano naman po si couple? Couple and equivalent for systems. So, couple is a system of forces whose magnitude of the resultant is 0 and yet has a moment sum. So geometrically, couple is composed of two equal forces that are parallel to each other and acting in opposite direction. The magnitude of couple is given by the formula C is equals to F times D. Ano lang po ba ibig sabihin yan? For example, ito yung object natin. Sabi dito, couple is same magnitude ng force but opposite direction. So, for example, ito yung F natin, no? And then, ayan po yung isang force natin. Opposite direction sila pero same magnitude as F. And then, yung D is yung perpendicular distance nila. So, ito po yan. So, bakit po sinabi no, na ang resultant natin is 0? Kasi di ba ang resultant po natin is yung sum lang ng force natin. Kung equal po sila and then negative direction. So, ito po, no? Halimbawa, kunin natin yung resultant nito. Summation of forces horizontal tayo. Is equal to, so ito going right. So, F. So, minus yung isa po going left. So, negative F. So, F minus F is equals to 0. Where F are the two forces and D is our moment arm or the perpendicular distance between the forces. Again po, no, si moment arm and si perpendicular distance is parehas lang po yan. Yan lang po yung pwede nating itawag doon sa dalawang yon. And then, masasabi naman po natin na yung force system natin ay equivalent if and only if the resultant and the moment and their moments is the same. So, ibig sabihin po, no, pwede nating i-drawing yung isang system sa meron siyang ibang form. Pero masasabi mo lang na equivalent siya kapag yung moment and yung resultants nila ay parehas. For example po na meron tayo dito, refer to the figure below. A couple consists of two vertical forces 60 pounds each. One force act up through A and the other force act down through D. Transform the couple into an equivalent couple having a horizontal forces acting through E and F. So again, paano natin makuha yung moment? Yung moment natin again, no, C is equal to ilan po? Force times distance. So we have C is equals to yung force natin, 60 pounds. So 60 pounds times our distance na 2 meters. Ano po yung perpendicular distance nila? Ito po yun. I mean 2 inches. So, yung value po ng couple natin or yung moment natin dyan is equal to 120 pounds inch. Kung ita-translate po natin siya sa horizontal forces, ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Kung ita-translate natin siya into horizontal forces, dapat daw, ano po? Dapat, kapag translate natin siya into horizontal forces, kung equivalent force system sila, dapat equal pa rin yung moment and resultant nila. So, dito, kung ito yung force P natin, kung horizontal siya, ano yung perpendicular distance na gagamitin natin? Ang perpendicular distance na gagamitin natin is, ito po, 3 inches. So, para makuha yung equivalent couple natin, so, couple is equal to 3 times our perpendicular distance na, yung force P natin multiplied by our perpendicular distance na 3 inches. Ngayon, meron tayong value ni C. So, substitute lang natin siya. So, 120 pounds inch is equal to 3 inch times P. Divide both sides by 3 inches. Para po si P yung matira dito sa ating isang side. So, cancel si inch. Ano pong natira sa atin? So, P is equal to 40 pounds. I-check po natin ngayon kung equivalent sila. So, dapat po, paano natin masasabi? Again, equivalent force system sila. Dapat yung resultant nila is equal and yung moment nila ay equal. So, una, solve natin yung resultant. So, isang going up na 60, isang going down na 60. So, automatically, 0. 60 minus 60 equals to 0. If 40 pounds naman po, no, ito going left, so negative 40. Then going right, positive 40. So negative 40 plus 40 is equals to 0. So ibig sabihin, yung R1 natin is equal to R2. Acceptable po kasi pareha silang 0. Check ngayon natin if yung moment 1 natin is equal to our second moment. So again, kapag couple po, no, ang moment natin is equal to the magnitude of force times the perpendicular distance. So dito po na yung sa una, again, nasolve na natin na ang moment natin is 120 pounds. So dapat, kapag kinuha natin yung moment ni force P, 120 pounds din po yan. So ano po yung perpendicular distance natin? Ito ay 3 inches. So 3 times 40, 120. Equal po ba sila? Yes, equal yung value natin. So again, if R1 is equals to R2 and M1 is equals to M2, therefore we can say na yung given po natin ay equivalent force system. Meron po tayo dito, no, yung next example natin is given tayo ng two couples acts on the beam as shown. Determine the magnitude of F so that the resultant couple moment is 300 pounds-foot counterclockwise. We're on the beam, and then yung follow-up question, no, we're on the beam the resultant couple acts. So, again po, no, clockwise positive orientation tayo. So, assume din po natin na yung couple daw po natin, no, is at counterclockwise direction. So, if counterclockwise yung direction natin, so, ibig sabihin yung couple natin ay negative. Correction po tayo, no? Again, no, yung ano po natin dito, sabi, the resultant couple the moment is 300 pound-foot counterclockwise. So, negative po yan. So, para po makuha, again, no, ibig sabihin, yung summation ng individual moment po, no, ng mga force given natin dito is equal daw kay negative 300 pound-foot. So, pinapahanap po sa atin yung magnitude ng force natin and then yung direction or yung location kung saan po nag-a-act yung resultant natin. So, to solve for this problem, no, lagay lang po natin. So, again, yung moment daw po natin, no, is negative 300 pounds-foot. So, again, bakit negative? Kasi po, no, is counterclockwise yung binigay na direction dun sa moment natin. Is equal to, so, kunin po natin, no, yung individual components ng force natin. So, again, no, meron po tayo ditong dalawang, force na given. No, same magnitude po siya since couple nga po, no, yung isa positive kasi going up, yung isa po negative since going down naman yung direction natin. So, ngayon po, pag-usapan muna natin yung unang force F natin. Ito po. So, ano ba yung direction ng components natin dito? Ito po yung X component natin. And then, ito yung Y component natin. Then, next po, no, is pag-usapan natin, no, ito, yung X component natin dito. Since same po siya no magiging direction, no, doon sa point of origin natin. Okay, so again po, no, pag-usapan natin, no, yung line of action po natin dito is ito siya. So, yung direction po ng X component natin for our, ito po, no, yung unang positive force F natin, is same direction siya dun sa line of action. So, kung same direction po siya, ang ibig sabihin nun is hindi natin siya i-consider kasi kapag dumaan po, no, doon sa line of action yung component natin, ang moment natin ay 0. So, paano po yung anong component lang yung i-consider natin? Ang i-consider lang natin component is yung y component niya, wherein yung y component po natin is ano? Ito po, di ba? Yung opposite side natin. So, para makuha po no, yung opposite side natin, so, ano po gagamitin natin na function? So, kung meron tayong opposite and hypotenuse, we have sin theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Meron po ba tayong given na theta? Wala po tayong given na theta, pero given na yung sin function natin. Ano po yung sin function natin dito? Yung sin function po natin dito is denoted na siya nito, yung triangle natin. We have a triangle na adjacent side is 4, opposite side is 3, and yung ano po natin, no, hypotenuse is 5. So again, sin theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So yung opposite natin is 3, hypotenuse is 5. So pwede natin isulat dito na 3 over 5. Pero positive or negative ba siya? Magro-rotate tayo dito. Opposite direction po yung force natin. So, kung nagsalubong sila, dapat ito ay negative. Then, multiply natin ng, ano po yung magnitude ng force natin? Yun yung hindi natin alam. Yan yung hinahanap natin, force F. Then, ano po ang kulang? Yung moment R natin. Ano po yung moment R natin? So, ang moment arm po natin is given naman siya, no? Ito, 4 feet. Kasi, kung vertical yung force natin dito, yung component na i-consider natin, yung moment arm natin is along our horizontal. So, times 4 feet. Then, yung next component natin, ito naman po, no? Burahin lang natin. Ito naman yung isang F natin, yung negative F. So, nasan po yung x component natin? Ito yung x component natin. Then, ito yung y component natin. So, kapag nag-rotate po tayo dito, again, ito naman is dumaan doon sa axis natin. Dumaan sa axis natin yung vertical component niya. So, si vertical component naman dito, yung hindi natin i-consider. Ang i-consider naman natin is si horizontal component. So, given din po tayo again ng triangle natin dyan. Ito ay 4, ito ay 5, then ito ay 3. So, paano natin makukuha yung horizontal component niya? Given na po tayo dito ng triangle, kung ang hahanapin natin is horizontal component or yung adjacent side natin, no? So, ang formula po natin, if given tayo ng hypotenuse and the adjacent side, so we can use cosine function. Ang cosine natin, no, cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Pero again, hindi natin alam si theta, pero ito na yung cosine function natin. So, ang tendency po natin dito, magro-rotate tayo clockwise. Since same opposite direction, ito po ay negative ulit. So, minus 4 over 5 multiplied by ang perpendicular distance natin. Ano po yung perpendicular distance natin? Ang perpendicular distance naman natin is, ito po, 1.5 feet. Then, again, no, is yung couple po natin. So, kung ang rotation po natin dito, na i-assume natin na clockwise rotation yung couple natin dito, yung 200 natin. So, kung sumabay po siya doon sa rotation ng object natin, ito po ay, or kung yung same direction ng rotation natin, ito po ay positive. So, plus 200 pounds. Multiply natin ng perpendicular distance natin. So, ano po yung perpendicular distance nila? Ito po yun, 1.5 feet. So, simplifying lang po, no, negative 300 pound-foot is equal to negative 2.4 feet minus 1.2 feet. Meron pa po tayong F dito, ha. Feet. Then may force F pa po tayo. Minus 1.2 feet times force F. Then, plus 300 pound-foot. Ngayon, ilipat lang po natin sa isang side no lahat ng known values natin. And then, pagsamahin din natin sa isang side lahat ng unknown values natin. So, again, ang unknown natin is force F. So, lipat po natin no si force 300 pound-foot sa kabilang side. So, kapag naglipat po tayo no, ng force natin, ng value natin papunta sa kabilang side ng equal sign natin, nare-reverse po yung sign natin. So, negative 300 pound-foot minus 300 pound-foot is equal to negative 2.4 f-feet minus 1.2 f-feet. Then we have negative 600 pound-foot is equal to negative 3.6 f-feet. Divides both sides by 3.6 feet. Para makuha po natin yung force F natin. So, negative 3.6 feet. Cancel po si foot or si foot. And then, cancel yung negative natin. Kasi since negative divided by negative is positive. Then, solving for our force F, we have. So, 600 divided by 3.6. Ang value po natin is 166.6666667 pounds. Ang nakuha pa lang po natin dyan is yung magnitude natin. Paano naman natin kukunin no, yung location niya? So take note po no, na ang resultant couple natin is nag-a-act anywhere doon sa beam natin. Hindi po nagbabago yon. So, ito po yung final answer natin for this problem. For our next sample problem, so sabi po dito, replace the force system acting on the truss by a resultant force and a couple moment at point C. So, dito, gagamitin na lang po natin dito na method na pag-solve, no, is yung kunin muna natin yung individual reaction forces nila or yung component ng reaction force natin sa X and sa Y. And then, kunin natin yung resultant nila. So, ngayon po, no, pag-usapan natin muna yung sa summation of forces or the resultant forces along our X-axis. So, summation of the resultant forces along X is equals to the summation of forces along X natin. So, alin lang po ba dito yung merong X component na force? So, kung ito po no is parehas vertical, 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 ang may X component na lang sa atin dito is ito lang po yung force natin na 1,500 pounds. So, para makuha po no yung X component nito, so again, ano po yung X component? So, cosine function. So, adjacent over hypotenuse. So, FRX is equal to 500 times the cosine function. Wala man tayong given na theta, pero alam natin na cosine is equal to opposite over, adjacent over hypotenuse. So, adjacent side natin is 4, hypotenuse is 5. So, times 4 over 5. So, yung resultant force along X natin is equal to 400 pounds. Then, ngayon po, no, is kay FRY naman tayo. So, FRY, summation of reaction forces along Y, is equals to the summation of forces vertical natin or along Y. So, FRY is equal to, so, going down yung 200 natin dito. So, negative. Then, going down yung 150. So, negative. Going down yung 100. So, negative. Then, yung 500 natin, pababa rin po siya. So, negative. Then, paano naman yung vertical component natin? So, sine function. So, sine function is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So, multiply natin ito ng 3 over 5. So, ito po no is going right. Yung 400 pounds natin dito. So, FRY is equal to 750 pounds. So, negative 750 pounds. Ang ibig sabihin lang po niyan ay 750 pounds downward. Then, nakuha na natin yung X and Y component. Ano na po yung next na gagawin natin? So, yung gagawin natin is to solve for the resultant. And alam naman natin na ang formula ng resultant force natin is equal lang po siya doon sa square root nung sum nung individual ng resultant force components natin and sa resultant of Y component. So, FRX squared plus FRY squared. So, substitute. So, FR is equal to 400 pounds squared plus negative 750 pounds squared. So, bakit po again negative? Kasi di ba alam natin na kapag going down yung ano natin, negative siya. And then, FR is equal to 850 pounds. Then, hanapin po natin no, yung direction nung resultant vector natin or resultant force natin. Kung natatandaan nyo po no, doon sa nung nag-discuss tayo ng resultant forces natin, so tan theta is equal to Fy divided by Fx. So, substitute lang natin yung FRY and FRX. So, 750 divided by 400 pounds. So, tan theta is equal to 1.875. Then, using our arctangent function, so theta is equals to tan raised to negative 1.875. Makukuha po natin na yung theta natin or yung direction ng resultant vector natin is 61.927 53106 degrees. So, nakuha pa lang po natin yung resultant force natin, no? Yung magnitude tsaka yung direction ng resultant force natin. Hindi pa po natin nakahanap no, yung couple na pwede po nating ipalit no, para maging equivalent force system sila. So, alam naman po natin na yung resultant couple natin is equal to, so MRC is equal to the summation ng individual moment natin at point C. So, kasi again po, no, di ba sinabi, replace it with respect kay point C natin. Ito po yung point C natin. So, MRC is equal to, so again, clockwise positive orientation po tayo sa summation of moment. So, nag-moment tayo dito clockwise. Same direction si 200, so positive. So, 200 pounds. Then, ano po yung perpendicular distance natin? Nasaan ang perpendicular distance? Ang perpendicular distance natin ay ito po, 2 feet. Then, dito po clockwise positive. So, 150. So, again, same direction. So, positive siya. Moment arm natin is ilan? 4 feet. Then, ito po no, yung 100 feet natin. Clockwise positive. So, plus 100 times our moment arm na 6 feet. So, saan nanggaling yung 6? 2 plus 2 plus 2. Then, yung X and Y component po nitong force natin na 500 pound. So, nasa po ang x component nito? Ito yung x component natin. Then, ito yung ating y component. So, kapag nag-moment tayo dito at point C, so clockwise positive, ano po nangyayari? Moment tayo at point C. So, same direction si force B natin. So, again, yung x component natin, paano nyo po nakukuha? X component is, kung ito yung theta natin, itong side natin na to ay adjacent side. So cosine theta is equal to cos theta is equal to adjacent times the hypotenuse. Adjacent side natin is yung reaction po natin along x na na-compute natin kanina, no? Again, correction, no? So, kunin po natin yung x component nung force natin, yung 500 kN for our moment. So, cosine is equal to adjacent. Cosine theta is equals to adjacent times the hypotenuse. So, substitute lang natin dito, plus. So, 500 times ano po yung adjacent side natin? Adjacent side natin is adjacent side po natin dito ay so adjacent side po natin dito is yung adjacent po natin dito is ito, yung 3. I mean, yung adjacent side po natin dito is ito, yung 4. And then, yung hypotenuse natin is 5. So, 500 times. So, again, bakit po 500 lang? Diba, same direction po siya doon sa rotation natin. So, 500 times so, times 500 times yung adjacent side po natin, no, which is 4 divided by the hypotenuse, yung 5. And then, ano po yung moment arm natin? Again, perpendicular distance po. Ano po yung perpendicular distance natin dito? Ang perpendicular distance po natin ay ito po, 'di ba, yung total distance natin dito. I mean, yung perpendicular distance po natin is ito. Ang perpendicular distance natin is yung distance ng point na to papunta po dito sa point C, which is ito along our vertical. So, ito po ay 6 feet. Then, kulang pa po tayo nung y component naman nung force, 500 pound force natin. For our y component, again, same direction, so positive. So, we have 500 pounds. Ang y component naman po natin ay, ito po, yung pababa. So, ito po ay yung ating opposite side, so sine function. So, we have 3/5. And then, multiply natin ng perpendicular distance or yung moment arm natin. So, nasa naman po yung perpendicular distance nito? Yung perpendicular distance po nung y component natin. So, nandito po yung ating y component, no, for this force. Yung perpendicular distance niyan is yung distance naman po natin dito na yung sum nito from point A to our point B. So, ilan po yun? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So, 8 feet. Then ngayon, kompleto na po. No, simplify natin gamit yung ating calculator. We have MC is equal to, so 2 times 2 200 times 2, so 400. Plus 150 times 4, so 600. Plus 100 times 6, so 600. Plus 500 times 4, 2,000. 2,000 divided by 5 is 400. 400 times 4 is 24. Plus 500 times 3 is 15. 15 over 3 is 15 over 5 is 300. And then 300 times 8 is 2,400. Then since lahat po yan is positive, we can add our function. So MC is equal to 6,400 pound-foot. Then again, positive po yung lumabas sa atin. So tama yung assumption natin na clockwise. And dyan po nag-end no, yung discussion natin for equivalent forces, couples, an equivalent force system, for resultant of parallel forces, resultant of distributed loads, and moments.